spotted.
New target acquired. Critical damage. Heat sink destroyed. Left torso critical damage. Right arm critical damage. Left torso destroyed. Left arm destroyed. Right torso. Target destroyed.
Welcome to the channel, Gaming Army. This video finds us jumping into a PGI event, this one being the War Trophies event. Now, I have to be totally honest to you guys, I ignored this event when it first came out because I thought it was a special queue event only, which I was mistaken. It is not. That was only part of it. And the other reason I kind of shied away from it was because this event focuses on heavy and assault champion variants. I'm not overly stacked in champions. I tended to focus on the hero mechs because I like the C-bill bonus. But if you want to get involved in this, just be aware that the variants needed for the challenge are available as trial mechs. As you can see, there is a good selection of mechs for this event, and you will need some specific chassis, including the Archer 2R, the Linebacker H, the Marauder 9M, the Summoner D, the Annihilator 1A, the Blood Asp A, the Cyclops 10Q, and the Marauder 2CC. So that is what has led us to these drops today, and the first one that you're seeing is a conquest match on Crimson Strait, and I am taking the Archer. It's the 2RC champion version to the battlefield, and this is highly unusual for me. I don't like trial mechs, and I really don't like LRM units. I'm just not good with LRMs, and this one is outfitted with 3 LRM-15s, 5 small lasers, tag, and a top speed of 64.8 kph. But this is going to be pure vanilla on the battlefield because you can't make any changes to a trial mech. No skill points, no consumables, all that fun stuff, almost like the challenge series. And why would I do this to myself? Not to earn any experience points? Well, it's because PGI is giving away a lot of free loot with this event, and that includes up to 400 free mech credits, 7.5 million C-bills, potentially a free mech bay, and 6 days of premium time. And most importantly with this, that last giveaway doesn't even require the champion mechs to earn, so make sure you check the event button in the bottom left of your screen on your main page to see if you've qualified already to earn this free loot from PGI. In the beginning of this video, you saw some snippets from other drops, but I needed to give you the backstory as to why I was competing in the War Trophies event, what led us to this particular drop on Crimson Strait, and why on earth I'm in an Archer 2R. So, out of the gate, we managed to find some slow enemy units in the 7 and 8 line. We pushed up through the saddle. We've been raining missiles on them. The rest of my team is in hot pursuit, and I'm staying a little bit to the back at the moment. My thought process is if I can get my missiles out while minimizing the amount of incoming damage that I'm going to take, so much the better. Not that I'm going to hide forever. I am not opposed to going out and getting my own target locks, which I will do here shortly. But guys, just don't judge my missile play too harshly. I am not a missler at heart. I really do like to be brawling and actively shooting the enemy. At this point, it looks like the enemy has fallen back into the 5 line, and I need to move around using these wide road avenues as shooting lanes to try and get eyes on targets. I've managed to lock up an Annihilator, and that is a great target for me. He's big and slow, and it'll give me time to rain missiles on them and my missiles to actually connect. So we'll see how much work we can get done on this Annihilator. Just kind of rocking back and forth, kind of trying to keep him locked up with my tag and drop some pain on him. And I'm having trouble now, so I've got to keep moving forwards and left and right again, looking to see if I can't get direct line of sight on the enemy, bringing that tag to bear. That will help me lock on faster to rain some missiles. The other thing is I don't want to get too far behind my teammates. I want to kind of stay within touch in that cohesive unit so that I don't get jumped or overrun by enemy fast movers. That's also a danger that you have to pay attention to when you're playing a missile unit. Yes, I know, I've got some backup weapons, but 5 small lasers in the grand scheme of things is not a lot of extra firepower for protection. And here we found an enemy blood asp with an open left torso. Got to remember him. That is a juicy target. Can't quite get the locks and keep the locks. That is the problem. They're dropping off my sensors before I can get the lock in to get my missiles out. Now I'm keeping an eye. There's that blood asp over there in the distance. His left torso is looking more and more juicy every second, and if I can get some missiles on that, probably would take that left torso off pretty easily. I've just got to get the right angle and be able to hold the lock on him so that I can get my missiles out. And coming around this right side, again, keeping an eye on the blood asp. He's half down, but here I found an enemy Wolverine instead, and I have direct line of sight, so we get a quick lock on him. That happened very fast with that tag in place, and now I can start raining more missiles out on him. And look at this, we have an LRM duel going on, and that's okay because I have more missiles than he does. He's open center torso. Let's see if we can add some misery and pain to his existence. He's running, and he has fallen off and broken sensor contact. So I'm going to keep coming around to the left, and that's where I find Echo Warhawk. Uh-oh, he is fairly fresh. He's got some weak side torsos. Can't quite get all of my weapons to bear on him, and now I'm getting focused by the enemy units. And look at that scoreboard, 5-9. This is not going well. They're definitely outnumbering us and going to overwhelm not only us, but they're going to overwhelm me here in a second as well, because I am totally focused. It's got to be at least 3-1 right now. Half my mech is gone, and there I am out of the game. The interesting part is switching over to our last remaining unit, and it is a Phoenix Hawk. Score is 6-11. He's last man standing, but look at the cap score rolling up in the top of the screen. We have almost won on caps. In fact, we're going to win on caps after all of that. So switching over to our end screen, what a surprise we have here. While I didn't get any kills, I had 3 assists and 939 damage done. So that last drop has fulfilled our 500 damage score needed in the Archer in one go, and that's allowed us to pursue another mech like Marauder 2C, and now we're playing a skirmish match on Rubelite Oasis, and we're hitting the battlefield with 2 ER large lasers, 6 ER medium lasers, top speed of 61.9 kph. Out of the gate here, it looks like the enemy has clustered themselves into the Echo Delta 5-6 areas and are content to stay there. If that's the case, I'm content to stay on this ridgeline and leverage the superior range of my ER lasers at this point, picking off enemy targets who expose themselves not knowing that I'm really here, and it is a target-rich environment. And as I duck back into cover to avoid that tactical shutdown, this is a great place to remind you guys that if you're enjoying the video, make sure you give it a big fat like, and if you enjoy the content, make sure you hit the subscribe button, join the Sleepless Nights Gaming Army, turn on that notification bell so that you don't miss out on future posts like this. And guys, I really do appreciate how much you're helping this channel grow. Getting back into the action on this drop, Echo 5 has my full attention now. Look at all those juicy targets. There's a blood asp up there, a shutdown direwolf, a shadow cat, and more, and they're all exposed on that open high ground in Echo 5. I duck back down just because I don't want to get focused 3v1. I've got to be smart about how I approach this, And this is becoming
New target
quite the
acquired.
scrum, and that's because the enemy keeps rotating and moving and intermingling our lines. They're in Echo 6, they're in Delta 6, they're in Delta 5, they're in Echo 5. I think I saw something out even towards Fox 5, but they're all over the place. So there's no clear battle lines at this point. We're all intermixed, and that's when I hear the call for a wounded enemy up on the top, and I make sure to focus him down, securing the kill for Wong Wei. Not that he couldn't do it himself, but I just need to lend a hand. And coming around the corner, here's a crab, and he is very damaged, hurt, and open. I'm not sure all of that damage registered. That not only should have taken that arm, but it should have transferred over into the torso. I didn't quite see that happen, but I want to keep my eyes on him because he is really, really damaged. Maybe one of my teammates can take him out. It looks like they're going to focus him. There's that dire wolf from before, and he is focused on somebody else. Let's get some more shots on him. He doesn't like it. He's backing off, and now I want to pursue. Can I thread the needles? There's one shot out, but can I get through that structure right to the right there? See where those lasers are? Oh, yes, I can. We'll get some damage on him. That was a cheeky shot, but hey, if it hits and works, I'm not going to complain too much. So they're in the low ground to my right. I'm swinging to the left. I want to see if I can get angles and start picking off any of them as they come out of that low ground. And there is a Jenner. I want to get some damage on him. I'm taking fire from low right, and they're starting to swarm around me. I'm going to keep pushing left. I have a Nightjar in my sights, and there we go. We punched through his back. That's our second kill of the game. We took out the Thunderbolt for kill number 1, Nightjar for number 2. Here's our Shadowhawk friend from before, or Shadow Cat rather, and he is open center torso. He's hurt, and the Jenner is pushing me, and I'm getting swarmed here, but it's also exposing them to my teammates, and they are able to mop them up. So switching over to our end screen on this one, we wind up with 2 kills, 7 assists, 601 damage in a trial mech.